Whiskey 9 Yankee, 7 November Golf, over.
Whiskey 9 go.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo.
Negative Alpha Bravo.
And this is 7 November Golf, Roger. Request you check your Romeo side. I'll go ahead and check my Tango side. 7 November Golf out.
November 8 to 5,
And 8 5, 7 November, say again.
Roger, I said can get back 30 minutes before I come up on the
7 November, go.
Roger, I copied a while ago, 1 Charlie transmission that my thing used, November Golf, 1 Charlie Echo.
And 8 5, this is 7 November, Charlie.
8 5 right now.
Now 1 Charlie, 7 November, go.
This is 1 Charlie, reference to your last, you're Brandon 158, extra 5 track, 1200 between teams, and local. Also request 3 units take inbound message to see if we can try to get Whiskey 9 and 8 for pause. It's a pleasure, all right.
And this is 7 November, Roger, stand by.
Got that.
Got it? All right. And all units, this is 7 November Golf, my unit Alpha, Echo, X-ray Alpha, Alpha in there.
One Charlie, Alpha Bravo.
Yeah, I never took a dip. I forgot to take a dip.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Whiskey 9 Yankee, 7 November Golf, over.
This is Whiskey 9 to go.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo.
Live stream. Thank you for everyone who's here. I definitely appreciate that. I'm going to be telling you the direction of the channel and other ventures, what that means for the veteran community. I understand that no one cares about me. It's really what the channel, the updates are going to matter to the veteran community. So, that's what I'm going to spill the beans on, and then we'll answer some questions, obviously, and keep that going. So I see your question, TX. I'm going to answer questions, but first I just want to say what's up to everyone. 66, always faithful over here. Little Tucker, what's up? How's it going? Jason, hello. All right. The doc is going to be part of my channel update announcement. Dr. Sharma, Concise Psych, physician, board certified psychiatrist. He's just a good dude, and I'll expand on that here in a second. CB, how's it going? All right, so I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Girls World, hello. Okay, let's get to Billy's here. Yeah. JSMC, hello. All right. Did I skip Pastry Rat? I don't want to skip Pastry Rat. Pastry is dope. Where are you at, Pastry? Pastry Rat. Here you are. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go back up to the top because I want to get these questions as well. And then y'all can ask me more questions on the channel updates as well, or questions on your VA disability stuff. So first, our accredited claim adventure it's moving, dude. It really is. We wanted to do 100 veteran test bed to pressure test our system. The system was absolutely pressure tested, and we're working with those developers. And if for some reason they're watching this, I want you to know that we're not happy with you, by the way, me personally. So we'll cross that bridge, but it's being pressure tested. And so we wanted 100. It actually ended up being 125. And so I've been hand jamming these power of attorneys, legitimate accreditation. Okay. Hand jamming these power of attorneys, these fee agreements, and TITA files. Hand jamming. Do you see this right here? It is bothering me so much, dude. Hand jamming all this stuff. And so I've called probably 50 veterans today, speaking with them over the phone about their claims. And so we're moving. All right. once that happens, we're going to start meeting with them and get their C-file here within the next week. And then on April 20th, we are going live. You're going to see the onboard link everywhere. Okay. And so we're going live with that. Myself, Raider HQ. And then we're working under a claims agent, which we will introduce when the time is right for that. Okay. And I already see some questions here. Let me just tell you this. If me becoming accredited makes me the bad guy, then so be it. Because I would do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. All right. So for people who don't, I don't know. I don't understand. Well, I'm not going to get into it. I promised 2 people. One of them is my wife that I wouldn't respond. And so it is what it is. If being accredited makes me the bad guy, then sure, I'll be a bad guy. If that's the criteria. Okay, that channel update. Me on Veterans Daily YouTube channel. That's gone, no more. We posted I posted the last video this morning with David Piatek on Veterans Daily. So you won't see any new videos from me over there. My partnership with David Piatek from Waterman Bank, that's still going, just on this channel. You won't see the 3-way live stream with myself, David, and Jason. But I will still work with David Piatek. David, I've known him for years. Okay. He's been in my house. He's met my kids. He's met my wife. David Piatek is a good dude. So that will continue. You may notice on all of my videos that we're working as claim agents, so not a VSO. All right. If you want to go make 35 grand a year, go work as a VSO. My full-time job, I make 25 grand in my full-time job. Just to give you some. Anyways, what was I saying? What were we on? Oh, you may notice links in my channel. The American Medical Expert link is gone. I don't want to. Last time I explained why I was leaving a company, it kind of went off the rails there, and the intent was just missed. But I guess I'll be at fault for that one. I'll be able to admit that, although that wasn't my intention. Here's a quick background on AME. No more American Medical Experts from me. There's nothing bad about that company. Here's my reason. Let me just walk you through the thought process on why I'm not partnering. I want to tell you why I partnered with them and why I'm not partnering with them anymore. So why did I choose to end the partnership? It comes down to one thing. I do not know the doctors they have on staff. I don't know. And so you're going to see that I should have wrote my notes down so I go in order. I'm choosing to stick with Dr. Sharma because I know him. I've known him for years. In fact, he was the first partnership. It's kind of crazy how we met and where we both were at that time and where we're at now. It's just kind of, it's unreal. Anyways, I know him. I know his work. I've seen it myself many a times. He's also receptive for feedback, which is a big one there. And AME wasn't receptive to feedback. And so I don't know their doctors. They weren't really willing to change their model. And so I'm just going to have to block this person. Sorry. How do I do that? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so that's why I'm choosing to leave AME. I'm not saying anything's wrong with them. What I'm saying is I don't know their doctors, and so I'm no longer going to vouch for them. What else? What else is changing? Oh, Vets IQ. Obviously that's been absolved there legally. Yesterday was my last day. Well, I guess technically today's my last day. But I stopped doing anything with evidence-based VA claims, Veterans Daily, Vets IQ, whatever name you want to give it. That's no more. Obviously, being accredited or working under an accreditation, I can't work for a claim company. So that's ending. What else? I think that's it. All right. I think that is it. Yeah. I guess what's last is when are we going to go live with our accredited agent claim service? It's like going to be April 20th. We have the 100 veteran test bed. I'm rolling through every single veteran one-on-one right now on intake, on their forms, calling them. By the way, if you're part of that 100, you got a power of attorney and a fee agreement, possibly an intent to file. Please sign those. Please return them. If you don't, I have to hunt you down and call you. And then if you don't want the service, let us know so that way we can pull another veteran in, right? And try and expand this net as wide as it can. All right. What else? Anyways, we're going live on that April 20th. So April 20 hits and you'll see the live stream with myself and Raider HQ. Can't miss it. You want to hit notifications on that. We're going to go full steam ahead. Hopefully what we have in place and the remedies we have in place is pretty solid. Okay. I think that's it. If there's any questions y'all have on the direction of the channel or what that looks like, just ask me. Okay. I would hope they are honest questions and not, Clay, you suck. It's like, oh, well, sure. You know what? There's a House hearing, and I'm actually going to do a video on it here at some point. There's a House hearing where the House Veteran Affairs Committee, Luttrell, asked all these claim companies, because they're testifying before the House. He says, why don't you get accredited? And you know what the response was? Nothing. Luttrell says, no, why don't you get accredited? And I'm going to leave it at that. All right. Anyways, Clay, price for services when 420 hits. Yeah, so some attorneys, attorney firms, some claim agent firms will go all the way up to 33.3%. Quite a few of them do. We're staying at the standard 20% of retroactive pay. And what that looks like is claims for increase, supplementals, HLRs, and Qs. I keep separating earlier effective dates just because like that is a Q as well. But it helps veterans understand what we do, right? And so even if there's the initial claims or original claims roped into that, the VA will do their magical math. And so it's only 20% of certain retroactive pay, if you will. Who said? Okay. Let me just make sure nothing is popping up here. All right. Yes, but thank you for that, ATC. I appreciate it. You're a bad guy for wanting to advance in life. JK, do what's best for you, Devil Dogs number 5. Yeah. I wholly believe. I don't know. There's not a single person that can convince me that becoming a claims agent was the wrong move. So anyways, let's start answering some questions, all right? It'll be questions on the direction of the channel and what that looks like and business stuff. And then I'll answer VA questions too. So don't shy away from, I'm able to answer VA questions, no issues whatsoever. Anyways, am I correct to assume this broadcast is advancing the previously scheduled 420 reveal? No, not quite. We're still going to go live on April 20th. 420 is not, we didn't choose it because of 420. That's just how, there's other factors at play as to why we chose 420. I keep saying April 20th to try to get away from that. All right. Tough question. Good question. We want questions like this. The 123 Maggie says, congrats. In an earlier video, I heard you say you'll be charging 20% of any increase. If back pay comes in at $50K, your payment would be approximately $10K. Correct? Seems expensive. So it's not any increase. It's on retroactive pay. So increase is a part of that. An increased claim, supplemental appeal, HLRs, and Qs, and earlier effective dates, right? But yeah, assuming to get 50K back pay, you're probably looking at you were 90% and the VA took a year to adjudicate your claim, which normally wouldn't be the case there. You would have to be, try to do the math there, probably like 60% to 100 with, I think it's 5-6 months of back pay for retroactive claims, not original claims, right? We can't charge on original claims. And let me, I see your question there. Let me just answer it now, but you're not dealing with secondaries. No. We can only charge on increases, supplementals, HLRs, Qs, and earlier effective dates. If you come to us, we're going to submit everything. Original claims, secondary claims, you name it, we're going to submit it, right? We're not going to be like, oh, a VSO does those. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to submit all your claims. It's just the 20%. Everyone believes 20% is for all your claims. It's not. It's a portion of those for retroactive, right? So even if we can't charge on original claims, of course we're going to submit original claims and secondaries for veterans, right? Why would we? We're not going to ignore that stuff. Now I'm going to be looking for earlier effective dates. I'm going to be looking for all that stuff. But yeah. And Jason says, okay, signed and sent the paperwork. I saw that you did that. Don't worry. Because you were on my list to call today. But I saw you did that. CivDiv Nation, what's up? Let's see. I know I changed it right as I went live because I'm an idiot. I was rushing. I made the thumbnail on my phone while I was outside with the kids. It was a beautiful day on the East Coast today. So I wanted to go to the playground with the kids. Let me get to another question here. Is the Discord different from the one we are already a member of? Nope. Now, there are talks of combining the Discord with someone else. Wouldn't take a genius to figure out who. But we just need to think that through and what does that look like before we kind of go down that road here. All right. Billy, no, Billy, no reason to do that. All right. I'm definitely going to get to that. Let me just star a question here so I don't skip it. Boop. Billy, moderator and a member. Okay. And Billy is the guy that made the static tool. So if you want your static VA disability ratings, it's essentially your rating code sheet in about 2 minutes. You need to get Billy's tool. It's completely free. I did a video on it. I'll share the video down below in the comments. So that way you can get the tool yourself. All the links are there and all that stuff. So let me just share this tool and then I'll read whatever your question is. Boop. Static VA ratings in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. Can you do a video breakdown, the pros and cons of each level of assistance, claim strategy, education, accredited claims agents, accredited attorneys, and of course where the claim sharks fall in the picture? I can, Billy. I will probably push that to later on in the future because any content I make that has any reminiscence of my previous employment, people are going to be really butthurt about it and they're going to take it direct when it's not meant as direct. And so the answer to your question is yes. Okay. But probably we need to let the dust settle a little bit on that. All right. What's up, Clay? Hope you and your family are well. We are. We're good. It's spring break over here in Fairfax County, Virginia. Good Fridays on Friday. I'm very, very excited. And And then for anyone doing the beta test, let me see how many veterans kind of back out. And then, we'll open that door up to 100 again. DK Guns in the Discord, Kishkin will be saying in the Discord. No place I'd rather be. Thank you, Pronto Joey. Appreciate that. All right, exciting to hear the update, especially since Doc's apparently part of it. Hey, so first off, we're not going to be shoveling veterans to get a Nexus letter, okay? Not every veteran needs one. But for those cases where there's a difference of opinion or you're battling a CNP examiner who saw your in-service event and basically squashed it, where a Nexus letter would come in clutch, of course, we're going to partner with Dr. Sharma for that on the mental health side. And then there's probably a few others we will need to look at for veterans who actually need a Nexus letter for service connection. But I would argue that would be like last resort for Nexus letters. Clay, we love your work and help. Thanks, Chris Hubbs. Appreciate it. I think you signed up. That name is familiar. I don't know. I looked at 125 names today and did a lot of paperwork, so I've seen a lot of names. Since you are going in the accredited direction, I subscribed. I think good way to go. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, anyone who comes to the conclusion that going accredited is not the right answer, I would like someone should probably study their thought process. Will you work for free? That's what VSOs do. We're claims agents. Working under a claims agent. It's under 14,630 in case you're curious. Working under a claims agent, I should say. Jeffrey Bish 6828. Thank you for joining as a member. I appreciate that. All right. I hope you asked a question, and I will certainly get to it here soon. Where are we at? How do I retain you? On April 20, there's going to be a link. I saw a very good question, and I answered it earlier in a short, but I'll answer it again. April 20th, it will happen. All right. The good question is, then why didn't you do that before? Because you are not a principal person. Okay, so fair question. Good question. As a federal employee, you can't be accredited, right? So hold on. So this is a shirt from Dale K. Graham Veterans Foundation. That's how I started, by the way, as a volunteer for a VSO. And as a federal employee, you can't be accredited. It's right there on the claims agent Q&A if you want to look at it. And so I was a federal employee in the Fork in the Road, or the DRP program for federal employees last year when Trump took office and basically fired everyone. I took that out. And so on October 1st, I was able to drop a claims agent package. So I dropped the package. And then in that interim process, I had another claims agent reach out and say, hey, why don't you just come under my accreditation? And one decision after the other, then I became accredited, right? So from October 1st to now was how long that process took. And you're also talking about waiting on the federal government as well. So fair question, though. I appreciate the question. JSMC member for 13 months. That's what I'm talking about. If this isn't you, it should be. All right. With VBMDS access, are you able to see what evidence was reviewed in previously decided claims? Yes. So that's the thing. Okay. The main thing accreditations come up is we're going to have VBMS access. And so if you sign you need to sign the power of attorney, the fee agreement, all that stuff. what essentially happens, and here's the process in case you're a part of the 100 that's in our test bed. If not, here's how the process is going to work, and then I'll get to VBMS. You sign up, you do the intake form. We just double check that. We send you a power of attorney. You sign it through the computer. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. The claim agent signs it, and then we upload that to the VA. VA takes about 3 to 7 days to accept it. And once they accept it, then we have VBMS access. And let me tell you what we can see with VBMS access. Everything. There's also other access on the side there, but that's another story for another time. We can see everything. Literally everything. And so how do I want to say this because I don't want, I'm trying to not punch anyone. Okay. When I was a claim company, let me just say this because I can say this because now I'm both. When I was a claim company and we got a veteran's file, sure, we would help the veteran. Like, absolutely we would. Is this guy yapping? What are you yapping? Hey, I guess becoming accredited is bad, so don't do it. We would help the veteran, but we're guessing, right? I'm going through the 5 steps: increases, secondaries, denials, new claims, presumptive TERA, MUCMI, but I can't see the CMP examiner's rationale. I can't see notes on VBMS. I can't see why the VA denied your private DBQ. So we're guessing. With VBMS access, I can see it, and so we're not guessing. And so you either want someone who has VBMS access or you don't. And you can make that decision yourself. Did I miss that? Hold on. Oh, I didn't miss that. Okay. But fair. Good question. Some people think accredited claims agents are the same thing as claim sharks, but they certainly are different. It's how people spin it, you know? There's a magical word called framing. I've talked about it before. So for instance, if you guys know the Washington Post articles where Lisa Ryan wrote about veterans committing fraud, she took 20 veterans who committed fraud and framed it to where all veterans committed fraud. The 20 veterans committing fraud was still true, but the way she framed it was a large picture. And so I can take a fact, hey, claims agents charge on back pay. That's true. And then you're able to frame it however you want. And so just be cautious, you know? And listen, if you don't want to use a claims agent, guess what? Go use a VSO. Go submit your claims on va.gov. Go pay a claim company. I don't care, right? I'm going to be a claims agent. Working under a claims agent. Working under a claims agent. Got it. I'm going to get hit in the head. Yeah, accredited folks are governed by the VA, their actions and fee structure. Very good. Yeah. So if we do something wrong, that's bad. Will there be an attorney for Veterans Board of Appeals cases? We probably won't do VBA cases. I would recommend an attorney if you're going to the VBA, but we would likely, we need to put that on our to-do list, is partner with a law firm that wants BVA cases. We should probably figure that out. I don't think we're going to do BVA cases, but let me take that to our team, mainly the claims agent and Raider HQ, and just have that talk. But we're probably going to partner with a lawyer who would take those cases, if you will. Yeah, Dr. Sharma says, absolutely, man, and thank you so much for the kind words. It's awesome being partnered with you as well. Yeah, Dr. Sharma is my day one, literally my first partnership. I'm never getting rid of him. Also, Dr. Sharma, you've made it to the tippy top of the description list, so congrats. You know, being at the top of my descriptions on videos, I think matters. No VSOs are state paid and do not make more than $40K. So that's accredited service officers, not VSOs. Veteran Service Organization service officers are different. Okay. I mean, they're same service accreditations, but their pay definitely varies. Okay. So county VSOs, county service officers versus VSOs who are accredited are a lot different. All right, let me get to these two here. Thank you very much, by the way. CB, thank you for being a member. If I already had a power of attorney with my local VSO and the one I signed today with you still go through, thank you, congrats. Yes, great question. Not just with us, but this is across the board. If you have a power of attorney in the VA system, and it doesn't matter who it's from, if you sign a new power of attorney, doesn't matter who it's with, accredited, obviously, automatically that will just override it, right? So your previous power of attorney goes away. You don't have to do anything. It's automatic. That's easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. In Bluff INB, good profile picture, by the way. Currently with your old company and Kish was helping me out, still active duty and have not paid yet. Is there a way for me to part ways with them? See, you're asking me a question that I can't answer because I don't work with them anymore. Yesterday, I would answer it. Today, I can't. What you need to do is reach out to Jason at vetspsychiatrist.com and have that conversation with him. So, you're asking me to speak. I just can't answer it because I don't work there. You know, it'd be like, hey, you'd be asking me the same, like a question on my old federal position. I'm like, I don't know. I don't work there anymore. If a claim is remanded by the board and a new CMP exam is ordered, who decides the claim? Regional office. Yeah. So once that's remanded, it goes back in the remand was the decision. And so now your claim's for development and it gets back put into that NWQ there. Congrats, Clay, on your new venture. My question is, can my cervical neck DDD be causing my migraines? It could. It absolutely could. I'm a big fan of cervical conditions or migraines secondary to cervical conditions. That makes sense. I'd much rather prefer that over tinnitus. And so if I were to rank what I have seen veterans get migraines secondary to in order, it would be cervical, primary, PTSD, primary, and really any stress-related disorder like anxiety, stress-inducing mental health, right? And then, so like PTSD, anxiety would be one. And then, what's number 3? Oh, tinnitus. So people think tinnitus is number 1. It's not. It would be my last option. If you have cervical or any sort of stress-related mental health disorder, I'd probably go that route. Probably. But your evidence will answer the question for you, right? Because you very well could have got hit in the you could have got hit in the head with a 2x4 on your construction job 5 years after getting out of the military and you have a TBI. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, that's probably where your migraines came from. So your evidence would answer that question, which, hey, we can see with VBMS access. So no one else can see that who doesn't have VBMS access, just people who have VBMS access. Clay, you have the dream team, especially with Doc Sharma and Raider HQ. I appreciate that. You know what is weird? And I see how I'm going to say this, and I know it's going to look bad, but it's the truth. I'm usually within my circle of coaches or whatever. Out of that circle, one of the best, if not the best, when it comes to helping a veteran one-on-one at VA rating stuff. Okay. And I'm not just, I know that's weird. That's why I didn't want to say it. The issue is whenever I was speaking with Raider HQ today and we were just going over some C-file stuff, he made me feel stupid. I'm telling you guys, it is highway robbery that his channel doesn't have the traction that it deserves. I'm telling you right now, that's pretty cool. I'm behind the words. I'm telling you right now, after what I saw today, it was this morning actually, going through someone's C file and just he was talking through his thought process. I am willing to bet my life right now that there's not a single person who is better than Raider HQ when it comes to going through a C file. And I will put my life on that from what I saw today. And I'm telling you, if you sign up, you're probably going to meet with him. He's going to take a brunt because I'm doing a lot of the intake. He's going to take a brunt of the meetings. You will see what I'm saying when you meet with him. It is. If you could get a PhD in C file, he would get one easily. Okay. Someone needs to do a study on that guy. And I'm not just saying that. I mean it. This morning, we walked through 2 C files. And it's not just him. Like anyone can use AI on a C file and search things. He's looking at things that you just don't think about, that I don't think about. And I would consider myself pretty decent, right? I mean, I've been answering questions for 3 years, haven't had really any issues, but this dude is just, it's as if someone gave him crack and cocaine and he read 38 CFR and the M21 for fun. Like that's the best way I can explain it. Okay. Yeah. And so, I am lucky. I am grateful to be able to really be in his shadow. Like I'm going to learn a ton. I've already learned a ton just this morning. But I'm going to learn a lot myself. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, that's the truth, you know. He's better. He's better than me, which I kind of hate, but hey, good for him. Okay. Sorry. I need to I guess not fangirl over him too hard. Clay, got my CMP results for my neck. But hey, go follow Raider HQ. Okay, his channel. It's highway robbery that he doesn't have more subscribers than I do. Clay, got my CMP results for my neck. They gave me a second diagnosis and radiculopathy in my hands, but didn't put any Nexus sentence at all. Fatal. Yeah, so it's on the same DBQ, all right? And as long as your neck is service connected, there shouldn't be an issue there, okay? You wouldn't really see an opinion for each, given the nature of these claims specifically, okay? So it's not as big as an issue as you think. Same DBQ, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Got my tinnitus shirt today. Hey, that's dope. Also, thank you. I mean, I'm not really in the clothing marketing thing. I made these designs. Literally, it took me about 4 minutes to make them. I need to be careful with what I open up here. Yeah, I made these designs. I'm not kidding. Like 4 minutes on Canva, and they're on Amazon. If you want one, cool. I think $2 a shirt. I'll have to get back to you on that. And then I get about $5 a hoodie. Amazon takes the rest, right? But hey, I don't have to pack it or ship it or do anything. And it's funny. Not guaranteed if you wear this hoodie, you will be service connected at your CMP exam. So, but hey, thank you. Appreciate that. I usually get Amazon sends me a check for about $30 every month. So that's not, you know, that's my Starbucks fund for a week. Sign my form. Thanks. Yes. In 66, I saw your question of when will the rest of us get a call. So today I called the veterans who had discrepancies in their intake form, like a missing birthday, social, whatever. Tomorrow, I'm going to call everyone who hasn't signed their power of attorneys. And so that will be fun. But yeah. So if you signed up and if you haven't signed your power of attorney, you will get a call from me tomorrow. And it's going to be nice, but it's going to be, hey, go sign the document, guy. What are you doing? Okay. Service connection for insomnia disorder, also claimed as depressive disorder, is granted with an evaluation of 10%. Is this a mental health rating only? I filed for depression secondary to pain. No. So I would want to see, so don't donate again, okay? Don't donate again. My question to you is, what does the full rating say? Does it say IVDS or lumbar? That's a bad example. Lumbar sacral strain with insomnia, 10%. Is that what it says? The rating itself, okay? And they might have combined them, by the way. Or does it say insomnia disorder, also claimed as depressive disorder, 10%, and then your chronic pain rating is down here at like 20 or something, right? I want to know what that decision letter says specifically. I can tell you based off this comment alone, it's one of two options. It's either what I just described, which is what I hope, 10% is a mental health rating, and it's not uncommon for insomnia to have 10%. And second, that's option one. Option two is your insomnia is rated within your chronic pain rating, which is also a 10%. If that's the case, that sucks, right? I was asking Raider HQ this question the last stream we did, like a few days ago. His advice, and this is paraphrase, you have to see his entire, his response is like 30 minutes, right? Because he's just a genius. But his response was essentially like, hey, avoid insomnia claims like the plague for reasons just like this. All right. So I know that's not the answer you wanted, man, and I'm sorry to give that to you, but it is what it is. Okay, sorry. Dr. Sharma, I listened to 2 discussions with you and Clay today. They really helped me understand stuff I've been suppressing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dr. Sharma and I have done amazing videos. One, I actually want you to watch. I want you to watch all of them. There's one specifically, which is the mental health changes. He gives his opinion on the mental health changes, and it's going to surprise you. It surprised me. The cool thing is I have it on my website here. Look at that beautiful face right there. Okay. You can just see his little bio. It's this video right here. So I'm going to link it for you in the chat. But Dr. Sharma explains his mental health changes. Doc, if you're still watching, not a bad video to post, by the way, if you were to do your own take on the mental health changes. Take that as a free chicken. If I were you, that's what I would do today or tomorrow. Dr. Sharma explains mental health changes. Okay, look at this ugly man. I was in a hotel for 3 months with 4 kids. Dude, that was miserable. That sucked. It really did. Yes, agreed, Doc. I agreed. Are you still friends with Jason? Yeah, we're friends. I still have his number, My sister still works for the company, and so I gave my sister his number. There's really no hard... Okay. I didn't want to say this, but I guess I have. I mean, I already brought it up. Truly, there's no hard feelings. You know, I said my piece to him in private. He said his piece to me in private. Both of us have legitimate grievances. We're both adults. We're going to move on. All right. The short I made wasn't intended to do that. The intention of the short that I made was to sever myself from the claim company world, because obviously going accredited, I needed to be as dramatic as possible to say, hey, claim company, no more. Accredit, yes. And I would do it again 100 times over if I had to. But yeah, we're still, and so that short, right? He made a short. I went live. He went live. It is A-okay. We were texting each other. It's not the end of the world, you know. And if he needs something from me business-wise to, you know, give him a password that I forgot or whatever, of course I'm gonna. It's not, you know, the internet loves drama. That's what I've come to realize. I just never thought I would be drama queen over here. So I hope that answers your question. Hilarious comment there. The thing about ads on YouTube is whether you turn them on or not, YouTube will run ads. Okay. So the question isn't, are you running ads? The question is, are you getting paid for the ads that YouTube runs on you? That's the question. That's why demonetized channels run ads. You know, if you started a new channel, you wouldn't be able to get paid. But YouTube would still run ads on your video. So, okay, I saw that. I'll enter in here in a second. I'm new to I was really trying to avoid questions like that, but I kind of just walked into it, so I wanted to just address it. I'm new to the process. First VA rating was January. What services were you providing? I'm not familiar with the terms. So first off, I would do your homework. Right? Understand what a VSO is and what they do. More importantly, are there good VSOs near you? That's the big ticket question there. Understand what a claims agent and attorney does and what they can charge. Most are 25% or 20% retroactive pay. You will find a lot go to 33 and a third. That's the legal limit there. Understand if you want to go with the claim company. That's your choice. They don't have any access to your records, none of that. They're guessing at best. And I know that because that's what I did. I'm a pretty good guesser. There are good guessers out there. There are guessers that aren't so good. So, but they don't have access. That's what they lack. Or you can go to va.gov and submit your own claims. It takes about 15 minutes. Okay. So submitting the claim isn't the issue. It's what do you know what to submit for? And then how grounded is your evidence? And what I mean by evidence is element 1, element 2, to be specific. We fall in that claims agent realm, 25 or 20% of retroactive pay. That's what we do. Okay, let me. I missed one. And I see the sticker. Annette, can you? I don't know if you want to ask a question or not, Annette Baker. But thank you for that sticker. If you do, I see your question. I'll answer that here, and then I'll answer this one right here. So first, Clay, I need to have a copy of my letter from your company. I had a problem with my computer and lost the original. How can I get it? Yeah, so not my company. I can't help you with that anymore because I don't have access to emails, nothing, right? I've completely, gave access to the proper people now. But what you can do, Annette, is email jason@vetsiq.com, and that would be your point person. I know that's not the question, the answer you wanted, but that's the only answer I can give. Sorry, Clay, I wasn't service connected for the neck. I was originally denied and filed supplemental with evidence of the neck and hand numbness. Hold on. Don't donate again. Okay, if I could refund you, I would. Yeah, you're not service connected. That's why you had the CMP exam. Got it. You were originally denied, and then you filed a supplemental with evidence of the neck and ham numbness. I'll be honest with you, based on this information, and I'm not looking at decision letters or your VBMS files. So again, I'm guessing, just like a claim company would. Okay, what it sounds like is you had a good CMP exam. Okay, and your accredited rep, assuming you're using a VSO, would, given that access, would be able to see the Nexus statement. It's not always on the DBQ. All right. And then if that exam is completely missing a Nexus, it's going to be sent back. Okay. And at that point, probably as an ACE. And that's yeah. Sorry, I'm just making sure no one in the chat is being stupid. You two as claim agents means you can help even more veterans. Yeah, I mean, that's, we're going to do, at some point, we're going to do pro bono work like BDD claims. What I want to do is once we get through the bulk, like the first 6 months is going to be crazy because everyone who watches this channel and who watches Raider HQ, they're going to want to hop on. So that first 6 months is going to be nuts. After the initial wave, what I want to do is start making videos that say, hey, for the month of October, this is not official, I'm just making it up. Don't pay a claim company to do your BDD claim. We'll do it for free. And so I want to do little promotionals, I guess, like that, but very pointed, very directed at disrupting the market. That's probably what we're going to do. Okay. But that's down the road, right? These are just ideas that I have. So we'll see. But I am excited for that. All right, Clay, where's your buddy Jay who traveled with you to the Louisville VFW Claims Clinic? Yeah, he used to be on the channel. I guess technically he still is. You'll see his videos in the older videos. He is a claim coach. I brought him on for evidence-based VA claims and now Vets IQ. And so he's still running. I'm pretty sure he's going to take over the show on operations. But it's not my decision to make. So, but to my understanding, he's still over there. April 20th, you'll be able to do that stuff. Yes. So even though, I answered this earlier, but I'll do it again. A claims agent can charge retroactive for increases, HLRs, supplementals, and Qs and earlier effective dates. That doesn't mean that we're not going to do original claims or secondaries. Most of the time, a veteran has multiple original claim, 2 secondaries, an increase, and an HLR, right? So we're going to do the whole picture, and the VA will do their acrobatic math, and then we can only charge for what we can charge for, not for the original or the secondary, which is an original claim. So. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Okay. I would not recommend doing that. Okay. Pocus says, not going to lie, you have always came across a bit used car salesman to me. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But hearing you talk about some behind the scenes and put the cards on the table, I have to admit I was wrong. Good on you. Okay. This comment took a turn Thank you for that. Okay. I didn't know how to address someone paying money and talking crap about me. I guess I would be happy about it. Thank you for that. I mean, this is how do I say this in a manner that makes sense? When there's a lack of information, right? That information has a gap. It's left to interpretation. So people will interpret and people will fill in that gap with conspiracies, right? No matter how big the situation is or how small the situation is. And so with this, breakup, there's a gap of information. Everyone is saying, someone was saying like I faked panic attacks. And I'm just like, okay, are we crazy? The answer is yes. Yes, we are medically, I think. But no big deal, man. But hey, I may not always be the best communicator either, So I totally understand that things that I have said were taken the way they were taken. Even though it wasn't my intent to do that, the end result was the same, that they were taken the way that they were taken. So shame on me. Okay, very excited for you guys. The negativity is ridiculous. Some people are never happy. Before they complain, you couldn't do things an accredited person could, but now you can. They're mad. Oh, I talked about this so much. Okay. First off, I understand why I'm getting hate, which is just another Tuesday for me. Not a big deal on the channel. Like people commenting on the internet think they're like changing, like they're curing cancer or something. I don't get it. Two, I don't understand why Raider HQ got the hate that he got. Literally, if there was a single person you wanted to be a claims agent, it would be him. I don't understand. I understand the hate that I got, right? Because look, here's my process from day one. I help veterans for free, got way too overbooked, couldn't do it anymore. I quit. People got mad when I quit. People got mad that I was helping veterans for free and wasn't accredited. Okay. This was like in 2022, 2021. COVID years, whatever. After that, I started helping people again, but for $50 for a one-on-one. Helped a lot of people. Again, was guessing at best, taking what their service connected for, their potential secondaries, just speaking with them, not looking at records, obviously, and then getting a plan. People got mad. I did that. Also got overbooked. Quit that. I did that again for $200. That was nice. But again, got overbooked. Had to quit, right? Because I got 4 kids. But people got mad. This was like we're in like 2023 now. I'm trying to remember. 2024, I didn't really do much, really. I got into the partnership world, which was nice. Minus partnering with VetCom. That was a lesson I learned the hard way. You want to be mad at me? Be mad at me for partnering with VetCom. That is something that I will say, you know what? I was wrong. I accept, give me my lashes. I'll jump on board with that. I learned a lesson there big time. That's when we created the company. When we created that company, evidence-based VA claims, oh my gosh, I got more hate then than I ever have. Not even, no contest, okay? That was big. People got really upset about that. The cool thing is people talked about it and it drove us business. So kind of weird. So fast forward, quitting this to be accredited, to finally be accredited, and people are mad. So if you want the history, I don't think anyone cares about it, but if you want the history, I understand being mad at me, especially with the partnership with VetCom. Get it. Be mad. I will accept that one. Got it. The other, one-on-one and Vets IQ, I don't. It is what it is. Now, being mad at Raider HQ, I don't understand why he's getting hate for being a claims agent. If there was a single person you wanted to have access to your VBMS files, it's him, right? And he got a lot of hate, especially from people talking about it. Oh man, do I want to do that? I won't do it. People are talking about Raider HQ and his new business venture and allowing the space for the hate to grow. And then that creator, those creators, will also heart the comment that is calling Raider HQ a sellout or an idiot or whatever. And it's like, be mad at me. I can at least understand where it came from. But you're going to be mad at Raider HQ? Like, this dude is like a unicorn on YouTube. I don't know. I think people are stupid. And we're people. I'm people. You're people. And we're all a bunch of idiots just running around just being idiots. So, welcome. Anyways, that's the history of the channel in a concise manner. Okay. Man, JSMC, you make me go way back. Thank you. I got educated by guys like you. My claims were basically so obvious. I did them myself. HLL process was easy. Also, as long as you know exactly what you're looking for. That's the issue, is how much mental bandwidth are you willing to commit to this? Because between this channel, Raider HQs, the other 50 channels out there, you can do it yourself, right? Yes, Raider HQ was getting hate, and it was not cool. Cool, hate on me. I deserve it a little bit. I'll be honest there. But dude, how are you gonna? Come on, man. The fees allowed are determined by the VA. Correct. It's the legal way. Don't quote me on this, but 20% is standard, and anything above that requires something. I forgot what it is, but they ensure veterans are protected, and the veteran can dispute the charge as well before the VA. Great new direction of this channel, which is one of my favorites. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. You know, right now in the interim, we're accredited under a claim, or we're working under a claims agent. Just trying to drill that in my head. We'll be agents ourselves one day, right? And so it'll be cool when we have 3 agents on the same team. Not that it would change anything we're doing now, but it would just be cool to say we got 3 agents, you know? Make sure, okay. The sleep apnea and others will be increases and supplementary. Not really increases, right? So if you're doing an original sleep apnea secondary, that's an original claim. You can't, claim agents can't charge on that. Now, if it's a supplemental claim, then you can, right? So it depends on how an increase isn't an increase in overall rating. It's an increased claim. Hey, I'm rated at 30%. I'm going to increase this disability to 50. That's an increase. I thought about becoming a VSO when I got out and was going through my initial claim. I'm not sure I could handle it, though. You can. VSOs have one job. The basic function of a VSO is to submit paperwork. That's it. It's essentially what I've been doing all morning, is doing power of attorneys all morning. And last night. I did not go to bed until 1:30 in the morning last night, or I guess this morning. A good VSO takes it upon themselves not to just know, intermediate knowledge of 38 CFR and M21. A good VSO knows how to communicate with the veteran. And so not saying, hey, what do you want to claim? That's what most VSOs would ask you when you walk in the door. A good VSO will say, okay, look, man, you got your back. We're going to make sure we claim radiculopathy left, radiculopathy right. You know, I see you have mental health. Talk to me about migraines. Talk to me about hypertension. Talk to me. They had that conversation to where they're trying to maximize your benefits. Submitting paperwork and maximizing benefits are two different things. Okay. Some VSOs live here. They're worthless, in my opinion. Some VSOs live here. These are the golden eggs. Okay. You find the golden egg, don't tell anyone. You keep that to yourself. Okay. Do your claims, then you tell everyone. That's a joke. But yeah. I signed and sent the paperwork today as well. Thanks, CB. I would check on it, but I don't want to run the risk of showing screens I shouldn't be showing on the internet. So I will check right after the stream. I'm probably going to stay up till midnight. It's 9 p.m. right now, and then do some claims, some claim work. All right. Will you be open to representing during an HLR? So, the claims agent, who will be named when we go live, he'll be doing the representation, but myself and Raider will be prepping that call, right? You want the actual accreditation on the call itself. So I signed everything and sent it back. What's next? Yeah, so here's for our test bed, and this is going to be in the future too on April 20th when we go live. I see that new member. Thank you. I'll pop it up here in a second. Do the intake form. I check it. I'll send you a power of attorney and a fee agreement. You signed it. Great. That's where you're at. We just got it back. What's going to happen now is the claims agent is going to submit it to the VA. It takes 3 to 7 days to get your access to VBMS. Once we have your C file, it's go time. Raider HQ and myself and the claim agent are going to analyze it. We're going to set up a plan, and then we're going to shoot you a meeting link, probably from Calendly. We're working that out right now. This is part of the test bed. And then you'll meet with probably Raider HQ, right? Hold on. I need to stop the entire stream to answer a question. But that's what's next. So give it a week. North Idaho guy. Clay, are you in Canada? No. I'm not in Canada. Okay? Why would you even ask that question? This is America. All right? I live just south of the capital of the United States of America. All right? Left hand salute, whatever. It was a joke. Like Dewey from Scream. That's a 90s reference. Okay. Once you go live and applications roll in, how will you sort prioritized claims? What do you expect submission times to be? This is a great question. So this is my main role right now, is to figure this out. I have a system. If I could show you, it would be easier to explain. Obviously, I can't because there's just too much PII. Too risky. So we have a software we're using that's a case management system. And so we're working out the kinks of that. I also have a spreadsheet where I'm tracking every single day we interact with the veteran and where you're at in the process. That spreadsheet by itself, there's also someone else helping me that I've hired. I'm paying someone to do this job specifically. Myself and that person with the spreadsheet ensures that not a single veteran gets left behind, right? I'm sure it'll happen once or twice out of like 1,000, but we're pretty anal on that specifically. I learned a lot from my previous claim company venture. I learned a ton. So I'm bringing all that management of cases knowledge here. I don't think that answers your question. Just know it's going to happen because I need to show you in order for you to get it. But we're tracking every veteran every day, literally every day. We're going through the client list every day and tracking where they're at by hand. So what do you expect claim submission times to be? From you doing the intake form, the expectation I would probably set to give a buffer, I would say 3 weeks. I think we can do it in 2. Do not quote me right now, okay? Wait till we go live. I think we can do it in 2 if we work out the kinks of automation specifically. If not, then I would say 3 to 4. But I would like to do 2 to 3 weeks would be intake, meeting with someone on our team, right? Going over your C file. That would be the plan. And then obviously submit the claims within the month, 4 weeks. So that's the plan, okay? Again, the test bed will, you asked me this question in April 15th, I'll have a better answer for you, right? Because we're still processing. It's 125 people, actually. We're still processing those 125. So, okay, I totally skipped this member. Chauncey Eaglin, 2051, thank you. You look buff. You look handsome, all right? Thank you for being a member. I appreciate it. All right. Vets need to stop treating these channels like if they're celebrities. Yeah, I agree. It's not uncommon for people to part ways, chase bitter. Yeah. My full-time job. Yeah, thank you, Chancey. Appreciate that. My full-time job, I get $25,000 a year. Full-time job. That's my full-time job. In case you're curious, right? I live just south of DC. My mortgage is a lot. So you could just, and I have 4 kids. So you could just imagine, like, I don't know, the YouTube sphere, we're literally just normal people in their base. I'm in my basement, in a shed, and whatever, recording YouTube videos, right? Like, that's it, right? I actually went to the Bible Museum on Saturday, went to go see Wes Huff, which was awesome, by the way. And someone recognized me at the Bible Museum, which was really cool. Outside of that, there's nothing special, you know, but it is cool. Someone say TheCivDiv. I'm like, oh, snap. Hello, Clay. I signed electronically. Is that okay? I'm not at home or near a printer. Yeah. I assume you mean for our claims agent stuff. Signing electronically is the only option. If you're not talking about that, then you're talking about the previous company, and that's not me. For Dr. Sharma, is he going to change his channel in any way, shape, or form? Oh, well, that wasn't, there's no implication there, but he did answer. Just because I brought it up, I feel like I got to bring his answer up. Great questions, no changes in my channel other than hopefully improving the videos. His videos are great, all right? Dr. Sharma has a specific niche. That's a double positive there, but Concise Psych is an amazing channel. Thanks, Clay. Good answer. I've been at 90% for 3 years with the effective date of August 23. I'm curious if that's PACT Act related. I've been fighting for 100 since then. It looks like I'll make it August of this year. Thanks for being you. Hoping the best for you. If not, hit us up. All right? Hit us up. Clay, this beta test is only for no one that submitted a claim, correct? No, I mean, it's for increases, supplementals, HLRs, Qs, and earlier effective dates, among other claims, but this is what we want. Hello, sir. Hope you and your family had a great day today and a great day tomorrow. Thank you. Appreciate that. So I'm not backing out. Yeah, well, good, because I did a lot of work to get you here. We were to give us copies of our CMP exam. So we can't give copies. T would. I think I called you today. I'm fairly certain I called you today. I I don't think you answered. Please do what I said in the voicemail. It will make my life easier. We can't give copies out, but we will be able to tell you everything that's on it, right? So the thing about accreditations is we're not the stewards of giving out your C file, although we have access to it, right? So there's a proper authority and process for that. That's not us, but we will answer whatever you got going on. All right, signed up, looking forward to it. All right, cool. Barney style, how do I sign up for services? Okay, Chauncey, first, thank you for being a member. Thank you for donating. You did not need to do that to sign up whatsoever. I want to make that clear. So you can totally cancel your membership right now if you want. Not a big deal. What's going to happen, if you want to be first, and I'm telling you, you want to be first because the test bed we did, it filled up like that. About 30 minutes went by and it filled up, okay? Which is insane. The very first people are going to get it from this live stream. It's on my channel. Click live. This one right here. If you just notify me, the very first people are going to get it during the live. Once the live is over, what's going to happen is in pinned comments, you'll see it. You know, I'll pull this video up, this was such a cool video. I like videos. I like doing videos like this. 300 comments, dude, in 7 hours. That's pretty cool. The description here, like right now, you see Dr. Sharma because he's the GOAT. Doc, I know you're at the top right now. In 20 days, I'm gonna put Borne Accredited Claims above you. The link is gonna be right here. Okay, it's gonna be right here, right up at top, in every video. So live stream, you get it first. So it's gonna be like we're gonna go by date, how people sign up, first come, first serve. So sign up when you can sign up. Long story short, you want to be on this live. It's at 8 p.m. on April 20th. Might have to push it back an hour to 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm coming back from a cruise that day. So I haven't told Raider HQ that. I need to tell him that. You should probably know that. I saw that super chat there. I appreciate it. DTA error does not mean a higher chance for rating. It depends on what the error was. If I remember, you stated you would continue to do videos. Yep, doing videos. Now it's a little difficult. I didn't do one on Monday. All I did Monday was meet with our team and process power of attorneys and fee agreements. That's all I did. It sucked. Monday was miserable. I also recorded a baptism testimony at church. I guess I did that too. But yes, I'm still going to do videos like I did one today. I just need to prioritize some stuff. I need to get a better workflow when it comes to, a new rhythm. Rhythm would be a good word. I think Vader HQ said the same. Is this correct? Will Dr. Sharma continue to do videos also? Yes. Yes. Yes to all of that. Dr. Sharma is just someone that we're going to use. He's going to, he's the man. So did I skip one? No, I didn't. Okay, so I want to make sure I didn't skip any. Can we please dispense with the carry questions, negative judgments, and criticism? Clay et al. Have helped so many people. Oh, dude, people on the internet are going to be people on the internet. All right. Who is born? I think we leave it up to, so we chose that name collectively, but it really was the claims agent. He has a personal tie to that story, and it's best if it came from him. I could read it because he wrote a script for it just so we know. But whenever we go live, it's best that the name came from him, Jason Bourne. I'm excited for the Jason Bourne preference is. If I already had a POA with my local, the one I signed today with you will still go through. Yeah, the power of attorney will be replaced automatically. Not CRSC. That's kind of out of the wheelhouse there. That's actually with the service. Here's the question. Why can't an agent literally download a veteran C file on a jump drive instead of doing a FOIA? So you're slightly getting it wrong because you're coming at it from your viewpoint. A claims agent can export your C file like that. That takes a few. But yeah, they can get it. That's not the issue. The issue is they can't give it to you. Just like a service officer can't give it to you. Because they're not there's a process and a stewardship of releasing C files, and it's not the accreditations. That's why you have to do it. If you want your C file, you have to do a FOIA, but an accredited rep can get your C file and export it right from VBMS. There's a little button you push. Push a little button, beep, bop, boop, good to go. Well, I think that's it. I do want to. Oh, 09 Mando Man. That's not. I mean, you'll have to email the current company. Hey, this is a sign. Y'all know what this means, okay? It means I've been streaming too long. All right. Go Bobby D's. I will definitely answer that before I dip out. Listen. If you want to be first on our accredited service, if not, go about your merry day. Okay. If so, you want to be on the stream. April 20th, it's at 8 p.m. Eastern, possibly 9 p.m. Eastern. The link is going to be dropped here first, and then it'll be everywhere else. And so I want to show you my website. It's going to be here. You can see we will be live on April 20th. It's going to be here. That's the company name. And so you will be able to click here if you want it. It's also going to be like, I mean, y'all know what I do. It's going to be everywhere. Okay. Now let me, I've been told to change my profile picture to the low battery pack thing. Okay. Let me answer this last question, guys. Okay. Weird question. I want to help someone with your company, but he's not tech savvy. Would I be able to be the middleman? Did that make sense? I'm going to assume you're talking about our accredited claim service. If that's the case, you're going to have to, you can fill out the intake form for them. They're going to have to sign it electronically. That's fine if you want to walk them through that. If you're talking about the previous venture, that's not something that I can speak to. And so you're going to have to email Jason from Veterans InfoTap. His email is jason@vetsiq.com. All right. If you're talking about the previous venture. So, okay, guys. I'm a loser because I have a dead battery. I get it. It's a meme. Seriously, my family is eternally grateful for every view. I'm not joking about that. Every super chat and member, super sticker, all that stuff. I just can't. I'm grateful. All right. So I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. I do have to do some claims now. So I'm going to go do claims. All right. Peace.